Step Cody's, my wheels fucked again.
Oh no, Step Cody. I'm stuck at the starting line.
Let's go.
What's going on, guys? Welcome to a Tier 2 casting for Moose Racing League. My name is Punju. This week we are racing on Circuit de Pain. The Circuit of Spain. We love this track. There's a lot of crashes, a lot of action. Definitely lots of passes as well. Not a whole ton of driver-on-driver crashes, and more so just driver versus themselves crashes. But without further ado, I'd rather not talk about it. Let's get into it. And we're out there. Jay Wright on his first hot lap. We've got Wally D's following it up. Skeeto is next out there with it looks like Woo Jun, NCAF, Turd Gecko, Arthur, Bald Chipmunk, who's a new one for this week, and ERN Hamilton, who I think has a really good chance of having a good race today. Out of all these guys, we've got a couple of them that are like exceptionally quick. Tire, I want telemetry, I want lap data, and I want the full map. We got a couple of these guys that are exceptionally quick. Some of them are a little bit sandbaggery, if you may. But it looks like our first one out there is going to be ERN Hamilton. He's the first one to go out. He is the first one on his hot lap, and he's got a good line coming into corner one. Gets through to corner two, pretty much flat. He's looking good so far. Turn three, keeping it clean. Poggers! Thank you so much, my guy. That is 50. Holy shit. We made it. That's awesome, guys. I appreciate every single one of you guys. Thank you so much. That's epic. And Turtle Life. Now you got a sub, so better use some of those privileges, man. ERN Hamilton with a great lap so far. He's looking pretty clean. I'm not seeing any errors. I'm seeing he sets a pretty decent sector 2 time with the purple as he comes around. Get into what I like to call the unsettling chicane and keep it on the curb without getting unsettled. He's looking pretty clean. Let's see how he does for the final chicane. A little bit bumpy, but it gets a great line off the second one. And he's coming ready for the line. He keeps it nice and neat through the DRS zone. He sets a 1:16.2. That is a respectable time by any standards. That's not bad at all. Now the next one to cross the line is more likely not going to be the Haas. It looks like either Woo Jun. It's Woo Jun. And then after that, it'll be the Haas of Nornbash. The Haas team looking like trying to set up good. And does not beat ERN Hamilton. Arthur with a 129. Woo Jun with 118. Turd Gecko with 120. The 129 of Arthur is definitely not what we need. Hey guys, everybody, welcome in Nickster, our co-commentator. What's going on, Nick?
Nothing much. A little stuffy, but it's okay.
Once again,
dude, Punji can quit his job now.
Fucking right. Oops. Well, hey, speaking of quitting jobs, I don't think ERN Hamilton is too far from quitting his job either, because he just set a pretty good time. And he's holding down that top spot. He might go pro esports at this rate.
Yeah, I did one or two, probably 3 laps with time time. I was about a 10th off either, so this is gonna be an exciting race.
That it will. And honestly, it's gonna be pretty exciting to watch this tier 2 group throw some heat against each other. I know that ERN Hamilton, Junior Par are both gonna be fighting for that top spot. Oh, thank you, Nick. Appreciate it, dude. Oh, there's a spin out from Alpine. Oh, unfortunate. That spin out was on the last corner too. He maybe had a decent lap. I don't know if it was which one it was. It was Blue Liner on the mediums. Now, what do you think? What do you think some of these guys are thinking right now? Do you think some of them are thinking, hey, let's just go set a soft time and try to go a soft hard, or do you think they're really thinking about strategy right now?
So I'm gonna be honest with you. I don't know much about this track at all. So I'm gonna use this tier 2 race to see what I'm doing.
Hey, at least it's honest. Well, what I know about this track is that it is a.
That's Flair no cares off the track. You know?
Oof.
And that chicane that we both don't like.
You don't like that chicane either?
No.
It's a killer chicane. It will take you out and it will give you no mercy whatsoever. Do you think we'll see anybody get into the 115s tonight? In this qualifying with tier 2?
I mean, if they keep staying on the mediums, no. Maybe just swap the tire.
I mean, Flair was on the mediums. He just said a 119.5. Do you think he's really got 4 seconds out of the change from soft to the medium?
No, but I also think Junior, Jay Wright can both turn it up. Here.
With Jay Wright, it'll be interesting because Jay Wright is running on controller instead of a wheel, and I know he's struggling with that.
Yeah, I do that all the time.
Yeah, but you are an insane person sometimes when it comes to the fact that you can actually make that shit work. I don't understand how you do it. It's quite impressive, honestly.
Thank you.
How many of our tier 2 guys are streaming right now?
Currently, 2.
No
Not
way.
looking too good. I'm
Junior?
off of the list.
Junior must be.
Oh, I haven't looked at Junior yet. I have to pull out Gecko's probably streaming. He just has a different name.
Mm-hmm.
So,
His Astro Gek. Yep. Let's get ourselves out of the pits and let's go see what Wally D's though. Wallard. He's coming through middle of sector 1 with a purple sector 1. That's looking nice and clean. A bit of a tight line going into the wide hairpin beginning of sector 2. Let's see how it goes through the spin chicane. Stays off the curb. Well done. Good management. Good management.
so I was watching your stream and I see you stay off that curve.
I
Going
do.
into there. I get all on that curve.
You get all up on it?
I get like halfway on it. I wouldn't stay all
Really?
up on it. Because you'll spin if you get all the way up on
Yeah, I stay off it. Now Wallard honestly is having a pretty decent lap right now. I'm expecting him to get himself down to the 118s at least, maybe in the 117s right now. Get himself
Has
out of 10th and up into 5th.
it. Has this Aussie guy been? I don't recognize Aussie.
Yeah, he was in last week.
He's doing fairly well.
Wally D is with no improvement, 119.392 versus 119.344. Unfortunate. Do you think NCAF is actually trying to set another hot lap right now?
I mean, he looks like he's moving.
Yeah, but I
Let's
think
say yeah.
I saw that his sector 2, I think he's like a whole second behind his best time right now.
Let's see how he takes his last chicane. I mean, you shouldn't be driving up if you're not sitting a lap. He's totally not though. He broke way too much there. But he
There
drove
he goes in the
kind of
pits.
aggressive on those softs.
He really did. Do you think he has some faith that he'll be able to go and set a faster time on another set?
Yeah, I mean, I do that a lot too, and then go out and fuck my lap. So hopefully, it's not the case for him.
That is quite indicative of you. That's definitely true. If anybody does that frequently, it is you.
In turn 2, I like to dip my front right in the grass a little bit on the inside.
Now, why is that?
Do you like cut the corner some? I feel like it doesn't really, like when I did it, it was like saves me like a 10.
Norm Bash is also going out on a hot lap right now. This is his first hot lap on this new set of tires. He's got a
Ooh, he
118.
validates. Ozzy validates his lap.
Oof.
It's unfortunate because it seemed like it was fire.
That's tough.
And he backs off.
No, you've got Norm Bash, and he's going for a what looks like a pretty quick lap is what he's trying for. Oh, and that's an unvalidated from Norm Bash, and he was doing really good on that lap too. We hate to see that. Goes a little bit wide into the back straight, back to sector 3. Looks like Norm Bash is going to go and try to actually set one. Turn to Gecko. I think has either retired or crashed. Looked like a crash. Oh, it's a
Yeah,
crash.
it's a crash. It's a crash off that high-speed turn that the car does like to spit on.
Oh, and they're having to dodge him. Oof, they're all having to dodge him.
Yeah, the stewards are gonna have to go pick that up too.
Yep, they're making it through though. And Norbash with an improved time at 117.6. He bumped himself up 2 places from 7th to 5th. And Jay Wright is looking comfortable in that midfield, looking at 7th place right now. Hamilton's had nobody challenge him. Wow. The NCAF is trying. He is 0.2 seconds down on his time right now. Or 0.2 seconds faster on his time right now, so let's see if we can continue this.
Oh, and that's
Oh, NCAF with a spin. And he had just set a purple sector too as well. He's probably a little pissed. Hamilton
pumps in at 0.1.
he says, I can go faster just to remind you guys. I want to see if he can get himself down to the 115s. I think he can.
How much time is left in volley though? Only 2 minutes.
2.5, yeah. Not enough time, I would say. The Haas of Woojun, he's on a hot lap right now. He's trying to improve his time of a 1:18.686. See if he does any better through this back section. He's looking, I don't know if he's gonna be able to improve it. 16, 17. If he does, it's gonna be so marginal. It's just by 0.05 seconds. It is so marginal. It does not improve him to place. He's still chilling in 11th place.
So the third all the way down through 8th is all separated by like 0.6, which is interesting.
They're all very close.
But the top 2 and then the like bottom half, there's a big separation there. So it's interesting.
Yeah. Oh, Junior just goes in and validates the lap coming around the fast chicane, the fast right-hander in the middle of sector 2. Turn 7? Is that it?
I have no idea. Let's just see Ozzy going for a final push lap on softs. He's like, screw the medium strategy. I'm going on softs now. I'm gonna get this full.
I think he knows he can get it, and so he's kind of saying like, well, why not?
Yeah.
And he can.
I would have stayed on the medium car him though. He's the only one in the top 5, even the top 10 on that ultimate strategy.
That is true.
So how bad do you think tire wear is in here?
I know tire wear to be pretty gnarly on this track, honestly. It's pretty bad.
So you think that people will be pulling off the 2-stop?
No, you can get away with 1 stop, but you got to be really careful on your softs when you're on them.
Yeah.
Or you go with a medium hard.
Not save my tires is the only problem.
Yeah, I mean the thing is, people will be able to pull off a 2-stop. Oh my gosh, Hamilton wants to prove it to everybody.
What does Ozzy have to say about that? That's the real question.
Let's see what he's
Coming
got
out
to
of
say.
the final chicane.
He's looking clean.
This lap has looked very good.
It does look fast. A 1:16.3 with a 2nd place.
So
Punch that
I don't think
NCAF.
that's worth starting. I don't think the 1 spot's worth starting on the different tires on top, to be honest with you.
It was not. I must agree. The thing is, though, this track, it's a spinner. I think there's going to be a safety car, an unprovoked safety car.
All he needs is get out of the way. He does, but too late.
Mm-hmm. Jay Wright trying to improve his time and see if he can. He does not. Should have backed off on that one. But it happens. Junior, P4, yes, not too bad. Not too bad at all. Now let's look at our grid lineup for today. We've got ERN Hamilton in 1st, Ozzy in 2nd, NCAF in 3rd, Junior Parr in 4th, Jay Wright in 5th, which is honestly pretty good for him being on controller versus wheel. I'm quite impressed, I'll give him that. 6th place is going to be going to Virtual Riot, 7th place to Flair No Cares, the 2 buddies right next to each other. 8th place occupied by RJL in the Alpine. 9th and 10th occupied by the Haas, rounding out the top 10s with Norman Bash and Woojun. Arthur chilling 11th, Bald Chipmunk in 12th, Wally D's in 13th, Skeeto in 14th, and the last 3 are Golden Moose, Turn to Gecko, and Blue Liner. Excited to see how this race turns out. Nick, what are your predictions?
I think ERN Hamilton will get a little too happy and spin the car.
So if that's the case, is he going to spin into a DNF or he's going to spin out of position?
Just spin out of position. No DNF.
Okay. I personally am foreseeing I'm going to see a totality of 2 safety cars. That's my guess. I totally agree with you when it comes to the idea of Aaron Hamilton quite possibly spinning himself out. Very possible. And then beyond that, I don't really know who's gonna occupy the top 3, honestly. Tier 2 is on the way with 2 drivers flaring Virtual Riot getting disqualified for tapping each other on the line. Oh no, the buddies hitting each other. Uh-oh.
As we see the predicted strategies are all 2 stops, but I do think the medium runners will do a 1 stop.
How many of these guys are starting on mediums? Let's find out.
Everyone out of the top 10 is.
They all are. That is smart of them. This is looking to be a pretty interesting race. You know, I haven't really checked the standings in a little while when it comes to Tier 2, but let's pull up the standings. Let's see how they're doing right now. Here are the standings right now with J Wright chilling up on the top of the McLarens, leading the McLaren team to victory right now. But RJL, Flair No Cares, coming in 2nd and 3rd in the driver's standing, and Aaron Rosberg in the Alfa Romeo coming in 4th. He gets a good race today. If he ends up doing well, he'll bring Alfa Romeo up the Constructors' Championship like crazy, and he'll bring himself up like crazy too. So it'll be interesting to see what happens with that. Here we go. 3, 4, 5 red lights. And they are out and away we go. ERN Hamilton.
Oh, there's an Alpine that doesn't go. It's holding it. That's just.
Oh
like 3
no!
people.
That is something you do not like to see.
As you see, Hamilton, he's clear in the first corner.
He is clear. Ozzy's also looking good. And
Oh, there's a the Haas Dorbash off the track.
Oh no!
Yep. That's
He is
sad
off
to
the
see,
track.
too. A top
He is not-
10 off the track.
Tough. He's not DNF'd, so his race isn't over yet. But there's no safety car. No safety car. Interesting to see. Aaron Hamilton looking a little bit twitchy. He's doing his best to keep it under control, but he's definitely on the struggle bus right now.
Is he on controller?
I don't know if Hamilton's on controller or not. He looks like a controller driver, just his style. But I'm not sure.
Yeah, I look at him, we'll be able to tell.
We actually have a the Mercedes of NCAF is off onto the grass, trying to avoid hitting other people. I think he could have entered in a little bit faster than that, but he was kind to everybody, and he's still chilling off the side, and he's just dropping positions. I wonder if he has any damage. I cannot tell, but he's got Turn to Gecko right on his butt. Really wants to take him back. He is going for it pretty soon. I bet he's going to go for it, and he goes for it right there. NCAF stays off the side. I think he's got a lot of damage. Something's going on with NCAF. Ooh, there's an Alpine that almost smacks him. A lot of shaking up. No idea what's going on.
He's got to have damage in pitting right now.
Yeah, he's going to the pits. It's tough. Ozzy with a 119.8. That's a good.
Yeah, Ozzy is staying in the back of him. I'd like to see him get DRS. DRS, I believe, is pretty powerful if I'm not mistaken.
It definitely is. Now, I do want to point out we're looking a little bit hazy out there. Do you think the weather is going to go and turn sour on these guys?
Nah. I think they'll get lucky.
Well, we shall see. Now back behind them, we've got J Wright. Looks like he's not too far away from Virtual Riot. Now there's a battle going on behind them with the Alpine of RJL right behind Turn to Gecko. Gecko going real slow to that corner, making the Alpine brake a lot. And so there's actually a spin out of Flair No Cares. Flair No Cares enters back onto the track in 12th place as he spun for the unsettling chicane in the back of Sector 3.
Ozzy right on Hamilton's butt after that DRS. And Hamilton did put a little bit of a gap between them.
Oh. It's only
I think
0.4
Ozzy can get by
seconds.
this lap.
I think he can. If not this lap, then the lap after. And I think he's a patient guy. So we're about to see just how patient he is and if he can hold up. Let's hope neither of them get too desperate to either pull a gap or get up on each other.
See Hamilton staying way clear of that curve.
And Ozzy rides up on it. Ozzy's a curb rider big time. He's actually right up on all of them.
I like that style.
Yeah, that is very much so you. Very aggressive. I'm a little bit more passive just for the sake of, like, I just don't want to spin, you know? I hate spinning.
Yeah.
Can't stand it.
I'm aggressive with that in the car in real life too. My dad gets mad at me because he's so playful for not brake lot.
Sounds like you. And
Hamilton
Ozzy,
they both dive in.
both go in. think he's realizing, hey, if Hamilton's going to go in, I'm going to go in too.
Yeah, because it was not looking like he was planning going.
J-Wright goes in too. Arthur with a little bit of a spinny. Or he not a spin, but a little bit of a drift. And he ends up being just fine. Arthur now assumes the lead because of the leaders chilling in the pit stop. Behind them, we've got Skeeto staying out. A lot of people are staying out. But Arthur, with 4 laps on those mediums, all these medium riders are still chilling out. 4 laps on the softs, and a lot of these guys are pitting.
So
The
the
mediums.
top 2, only 1 warning, and that's Ozzy with the back of this warning on lap 2.
Now you got a bit of a train from 7th through 4th with Turn to Gecko, or 7th through 3rd with Skeeto up in the front of it, and then followed by Ozzy, who's just taking a pass on Turn to Gecko.
Yeah, this is going to hurt Ozzy a lot, and Skeeto and Hamilton are probably in the tracks on the same team. He's like holding him up as long as he possibly can.
This is quite possible.
I don't think he can hold him up. He's right on his butt.
He's right up on him. Nah, he's not gonna be able to get enough speed out of this one.
Nah, I think he will.
Oh, he goes for it. He goes to the inside.
And
And
he's
a
through.
clean pass. Look at that.
Now see
Absolutely
if he can close up on Hamilton. Oh, and he
Beautiful.
spins. Oh no, this is weak.
No. That is
so unfortunate.
That's tough to watch. And that looked like it was just driver error too. It did not look like it was a forced
Yeah,
error.
that's getting on the curb. We knew he was a little on those curves earlier.
He is a bit of a curb rider. The next nearest battle looks like it is Norbash is about to go try to make a pass on RJL, but they both have DRS, so I don't think he's gonna be able to make it again. He's gonna go for it though. Using up all the last of his ERS going into turn 1. Brakes late. And he holds him. What a move. Good move from Norbash. But RJL is saying, hey, I want that stuff back. But RJL is still looking nice and clean, but he's now a whole second behind Normdash. And Junior Parr is really trying to fight up onto Skeeto and get past him. He wants him.
So did Ozzy pit?
Did Ozzy pit? Ozzy did pit, yes. Arthur with a 3-second time penalty. It's not looking good for the Ferraris on that move.
Ozzy did not pit again though for the win.
Right, but now Junior Parr dives into the pits onto his softs. And I think it's time for him to say, hey, I'm done with these. The rest of the soft boys look like they're all going to go in. Blair also goes in, and everybody is off the softs now. Our only battle we have going on is really we actually don't have it. The whole grid is spread out a lot now.
Yeah, I feel like you see this a lot with Spain.
We do.
Very, very technical track.
Yeah, I don't think we're going to have very many battles coming out of the pits. The only one that looks like is maybe Junior Parr. Oh, just kidding. I spoke way too soon. Junior Parr, Golden Moose, and NCAF, all nice and close to each other. 1, 2, 3 cars. Golden Moose at the back of the DRS train, so the only one who's really at risk is NCAF. And Virtual Riot is closing on Ball Chipmunk. He goes to the inside, and he goes and takes it over the fast corner. Ball Chipmunk made a mistake.
See J-Ray closing in on these guys. I think he will get past them
That's true. He is going for it.
fairly soon. Oh, and he already gets past them.
Oh, and he goes, yep.
Ball Chip runs wide.
I can't tell if Ball Chipmunk is having mechanical issues or is he just making mistakes. That's 2 in a row right there. Or if he's just being really nice.
Nah, who's nice in this game though?
Boom. Junior Parr. He's got 2 seconds away from him and NCAP. Do you think he can actually catch that gap with fresh tires? What do you think, Nick?
Yes, he is. NCAP's fast though, but NCAP also has 5 lap older tires. So I think yes. Yeah.
Norbash goes makes a pass on Golden Moose and he takes it nice and clean. Yep. This is the only battle. And then the next one back there is Ozzy up on Wally. And there's actually some passing going on with Turn to Gecko.
Past
The only movement I'm seeing right now, the possibility is RJL trying to take a position off of Golden Moose and get himself up into 11th place.
J-Ray right now is chopping through the grid. Now he's on the back of Virtual Riot.
He is chopping on the grid. He is
He's
going
using
for
a lot
it.
of 8 so too, because he has 20% and our Virtual Riot has 80%.
Virtual Riot isn't a big ERS user.
You mean J-Ray?
Or sorry, J-Right. Oh no, J-Right is a big ERS user.
Yeah, he's down with 17 now.
Yeah, that makes sense. Virtual Riot is not a big ERS
Okay.
user. He has 80?
Yep. So
Yeah,
he
that
has
makes
80% more than J-Ray does.
That makes total sense. And what's funny is, even with all that extra percentage, J-Right is closing the gap. He was 1.6 behind half the lap ago. Now he's 1.1. Ozzy, it looks like, has made a pass on Wally D's, and Ozzy's starting to cut himself out through the field as well. Next closest battle is going to be RJL trying to get up on Golden Moose. And it seems like a story I've been talking about for a couple laps now. He's trying. Ooh, there's a spin out.
Down to 2%.
Normbash spun on our least favorite chicane. And Calf gonna go try to take the inside on turn to Gecko. And he's gonna make it. Make it look easy. They're still next to each other, I wanna say. And Gecko had to back it off.
Is J-Ray now, I think, making a mistake. He's now 2 seconds behind. Counting J-Ray with only 10% ERS.
Yeah, I think he's using up a little bit too much.
J-Ray is now behind Skeeto.
Yep. Virtual Riot, though, putting down a pretty good race. He's right behind Skeeto. He's got DRS, too. I'm wondering if he's going to be able to make this pass.
He's got the ERS to make it.
Yeah, he does. He won't be able to make it there, but he might be able to make it on the next straight. Let's see what
he
Virtual...
spins.
Oh,
He
no!
spins.
He's got a lot of time to get back on the track, so lucky him.
Yeah.
Oh, that's so unfortunate. He's got to be a little bit careful coming around this corner. He's fine, but he's got something right behind him.
Right on the back of him. And then
And
Cap with that run out. And should be able to finish
He does not, because he does not have
But
DRS.
J-Wright is dumping, or not J-Wright, Virtual is dumping ERS.
Yep.
So 70% as the Cap only has 40.
Yeah. That's so unfortunate. Virtual Riot was right up on him, too. That's tough. Now, J-Wright's got 2 seconds of work to go to get past Skeeto, but Skeeto's got some time penalties. I wonder.
Is Hamilton picking up his first warning as well?
There's actually an Alfa Romeo of Skeeto spun out. And J-Wright has now worked himself up into third.
Oh! Oh, did you see that? He just hit him.
Oh no, Skeeto has no win. What's happened?
Oh! They both hit each other! As you see, that is an illegal move from Virtual right there. I will be clipping that because I had a sky view for that for in Cap.
Yes, please clip it so we can watch this. And Calf is going to go for it. He goes for it.
He does. Virtual Right does not want to get this position up.
No, he does not. I don't know.
Oh, does he? He does not. He does?
Oh, and he gives it. And it goes to Red Calf. Wow.
DC Junior is very, very happy about this battle as he is catching them rapidly.
That he is. The person who's not happy is Skeeto, who lost a wing after a spin because I think he ended up hitting somebody. Got a yellow flag from it looks like somebody parked in the middle of the track.
That's a wrecked car.
Blue liner, DNF in the middle of the track.
And there's just no safety car. Oh, there is a safety car. Safety car is out. I think this could bring Ozzy back into play.
That it could.
Aaron Hamilton, I think, still has this in the bag. He still hasn't spun yet, as I predicted, which he still will.
She still will.
Save that for later.
I mean, they did have 20 laps to go of spins, so they definitely could. Now, a couple drivers are getting on the hards. There's one driver, it turns to Gecko, getting on the softs. I wonder what he's thinking. Because if you think about it right now, logically, you just made your mediums last 10 laps comfortably. You can easily make the hards last 20. I've done it on this track. It's pretty easy.
Drive-through, so you get a safety car to end cap.
Oof, that's tough.
That was very tough. Been there, done that.
I know you have.
When that happens, I usually just quit the game.
He just quits.
I do that. I've done that like twice.
Arthur is out on mediums. On fresh mediums. Interesting
stays
strategy.
out.
That he does. I wonder why. Is he expecting there to be another safety car? Do you think?
I don't know. If you made your mediums last 10 laps, why can't you make them last 15? I think he's going to stay on the mediums to the end of the race.
He already has 8 laps on his mediums. So...
Oh, Jay Wright. Oh, I thought you were
Yeah.
talking about Arthur.
Arthur, yeah, I can understand that. And NCAF as well on the mediums, I can understand that. Ozzy on 2-lap mediums. He's actually going into the pits. I don't know what he's going to make it. But
I
yeah,
think Jay Wright made a mistake.
Drick says mediums make it, you dum-dum, and I agree. I've done 20 on mediums, and it's been fine, so you can do it. But do you also think that these guys understand tire management super well? Not necessarily. So the hards may not be, but also the hards are going to lose in grip, and we both know that when they get a little bit too ambitious, bad news bears. It's not a good sign. Now you've got out of the penalties right now, Skeeto in the very back with 3-second penalty. Middle of the field, NCAP with the drive-through. He's probably you can't serve drive-through under safety car, can you?
No.
Okay. And then Arthur with a 3-second in 3rd place. What do you think is going to happen on this restart with Jay Wright leading on the older tires?
Jay Wright on the older tires, I think he's going to just get past. So as you see, NCAP is closing on him fast, and I think so. Jay Wright moves over to the right here, and then moves back. So then he goes back and he moves back again. So I think that's illegal blocking on, and then he moves back again, and then he's moving back this way more. So that's like 4 different moves. So I'm gonna think that's gonna be a penalty.
On Virtual Riot against NCAF?
Yeah. He just keeps blocking them, like that green car in Cars.
I love you too, you little shit.
Jay Wright is getting a nice and slow run up to it. He wants them all to wait as long as he can. There he goes. And they start racing. Jay Wright with a pretty solid start. That was good strategy. Aaron Hamilton with the hards behind him. Will not be able to pass him.
Battling out right now. Junior tries to go around the outside. Arthur. I don't know if it was Junior passing or Arthur passing.
Oh, Junior technically had a chance had he gotten a little bit more aggressive with that, but he decided to back it off.
I don't think Jay Wright's going to want to let by Aaron Hamilton here.
No, he is not. And they're close. Junior Parr and Arthur are battling it out really hard right now. They're saying, we don't care if we're on the same team. We're just going to go for the win. Junior Parr with a not so good sector 3. Does not come out of that area very great. And they obviously don't have DRS yet because it's only 1 lap after the safety car. But next lap, they will have DRS. It's gonna be interesting to see how this train progresses. Jay Wright has lost 2 positions, and he's trying to hold off Junior Parr. The turn to Gecko and fighting with Junior Parr. Turn to Gecko at middle part of this train. He's on the softest tires, so he's got the most advantage. But he's wearing out his tires, just trying to get past these guys, but not able to. Next close one is Junior Parr right on the back of Jay Wright. And this battling is really helping out Aaron Hamilton because Hamilton is now just pulling a gap on Arthur. I think mostly because Junior Parr can't get past Jay Wright. Junior Parr still almost a full second behind Jay Wright, but just barely within DRS. He's got a little while until he's got DRS, so he's got to hold this gap. Turn to Gecko is right behind him. Turn to Gecko is actually gaining on him. And Normax is really gaining on Turn Gecko. 0.4 off of him. Junior Parr and Jay Wright are on the oldest tires. They're those 2 and Bald Chipmunk did not pit. The rest of everybody pitted. Oh, I love to see this close racing from Normash. This is very fun to watch. Now he's got DRS, but I think Turn to Gecko does not have DRS. And Normax saying, I'm going to go for this on your outside. And it goes to the inside instead, dives it. What a switchback. Great move.
Junior driving down on Jay Wright as well. Junior is now up and can go chase his teammate Arthur. But Junior and Jay Wright having similar age tires, not hitting on the pit.
Yep. They are two of the three drivers that did not pit. The other one being, I think it was Bald Pitmonk. Nornbash, because that battle in front of him and him getting past Turn to Gecko so cleanly, now he's right up in the back of J Right. Junior Par with a 3-second penalty because he got a little bit too aggressive on the last corner, and that's going to really play into J Right's favor because now J Right, because of penalties at this current moment, is in second place, actually, because of penalties. And he actually goes into the pits with Junior Par. They both needed a pit. I think it was a little bit interesting of them to wait to pit until now because the rest of everybody's going to be staying out. And the question is, are they going to go to mediums? Mediums, both of them. They're going to make the mediums last to the end. That's smart.
I would say that with 1 or 2 more laps
And gone to the softs. Yeah. I was kind of thinking the same thing. Because if they could have made it last until lap 24, 9 laps in the softs is easy on this track. Nick, what do you think for the rest of this race? Do you think that that late pit from Junior Par and J Right really messed up their race, or do you think that they might be able to salvage this and get themselves higher up in the standings?
I think they're fucked.
We're completely fucked, completely fucked. We're completely fucked.
Tell me how you really feel. Yeah, for being honest with each other, I kind of feel the same way. I don't see how they're going to be able to turn this one around. There's a yellow flag with a Alfa Romeo spun out of Wally D's. Unfortunately, he spun out in the back of sector, or like the third turn in sector 3. I want to say it's turn 14. Nornbash with DRS. He's trying for an Arthur, but does not have quite the run getting into that to be able to make it. What I always see is whenever you are within a half second, oh, and he's gonna go for a pass. Right here, if Nornbash just buys this time, make sure he gets a good exit out of his next couple corners, he'll have it. He's got it.
Arthur does not get a good exit.
Neither of them got a great exit.
Pull away. What's safety car? Safety car.
Turn to Gecko, DNF'd. Oh no. Oh no! Turn to Gecko with the DNF. That was right as Nornbash was about to go make a pass on Arthur. How heartbreaking that is to see for those two. Oh, that's tough. I'm guessing it was an unforced error, am I correct?
Yes, it was.
Now we're going to go ahead and go into replay mode.
So as he comes up here, the curb that we are very aware with this turn and this curb right here.
Yep.
He just barely gets on it.
And that's
he's
all it
not even
takes.
applying that much throttle.
Yeah,
like he's still turned a little bit with his wheels. He's not straight, and it just takes him for a spin.
Yep. You become a toboggan at that point. You've got no control. Luckily enough, he's not in the middle of the track, so it doesn't, mess up any of the other drivers. That's a heartbreaker to see. And I was really, honestly, the person I'm heartbroken from Nornbash because Nornbash was about to go make a pass on Arthur. He had him. He was literally right. He was, I think, actually alongside when the safety car came out.
Now, if I were Arthur here, I would pit for softs.
I think they both
Hamilton
are.
stays out as the rest of the grid pits for softs. This is now. I think Hamilton is now. This is how you can get screwed by staying out when you're first place. Because when you're first place, you don't know really what decision to call. You can't see what other people are doing. But now I think he's going to be. He's going to be kind of past you.
If it was a tight track like Baku or Singapore, I could see like, hey, even if you make the mistake, you can kind of hold it off. Like when I was in Singapore, I held people off even though I made a big pit stop error.
Yeah, you held me off for like 6 laps.
Yeah.
Right in your ass.
I was on hards, wasn't I? Yeah.
I don't remember.
I think I was on hards and you were on softs or mediums. I was screwed, but I could hold you off because it's such a tight track. There's nowhere to pass. Here, you have ample opportunity to pass. Barcelona is, you can pass no problem. And so these drivers that are staying out on these old tires and on these hards up at the front, they are in the danger
dirty air
zone.
here is a pretty big factor, though.
It does make a difference, but it only really makes a difference, in my opinion, on about 2 or 3 corners. You've got turn 3, in my opinion, that really makes a difference. The wide right-hander in the dirty air makes a little bit of a difference. And then turn set that 7-8 corner that we talked about, that super fast right-hander. That one makes a difference with dirty air, big time. But other than that, I don't really think the other corners really make that much of a difference with dirty air. So Nick, now they got this little shake-up with Aaron Hamilton and Flair No Cares on old hards, and Arthur on brand new hards with time penalty. Norbash on used mediums with time penalty, and Junior Par with used mediums with time penalty. What the heck do you think is going to happen?
I think 10 laps on a hard, they're not going to be that weird. So I don't think it's going to be that like an unbelievable advantage. So I think it's still going to come down to pace of who's going to pass who.
And who do you think's got it?
I think Hamilton's got it. He's going to spin those, I think. So
You're quite convinced of this.
no, I think he would have spun if Arthur was still behind him. But I think he's an experienced enough driver now with no pressure just to be able to take it home.
Yeah, he should be okay. Oh, safety car is already going in. Aaron Hamilton.
Everyone is packed up. As you see, an Alpha in first and an Alpha in last. That is unfortunate.
Yep. We don't like team sandwiches when it comes to sandwiching the grid. Oh, there's a Haas of Norbash trying to make a move.
Haas
Norbash, oh, with a spin from Norbash, he loses a wing.
That's unfortunate. You see Hamilton already with a 1.4 second gap.
That's tough. Yeah, Norbash has messed up his wing pretty big time. He was in 4th place. Now that a little bit less pressure is on there. Arthur and Junior Par fighting it out in the Ferraris. Junior Par staying behind. Arthur cutting that track really hard. Flair No Cares going super wide, and they're about to get a little bit nasty in this corner.
Now, if I don't know the standings right now, but if these Ferraris cooperate with each other, I think this is an easy constructors championship win.
Yeah, they should be. They should. I mean, they're both doing super well right now.
As long as they cooperate with each other, as I said.
But they also both have time penalties. I want to say one of them has 8 seconds. No, the 8-seconder Norbash is a bit back now. That's tough. His race has just evolved. Does that spin? Flair No Cares on the used hard, the old hards, is trying to stay relevant, but Jay Wright is saying, hey, I'm right on you, Flair. Watch out for me. He might be going for this inside late dive bomb. Ooh, really tight. And he decides to concede it to Flair No Cares. I think he should have gotten a little bit more nose out in that one.
Yeah, they gotta respect. You gotta respect the nose.
I would have gone for it. Break a little later, but he was smart with the patience now. Takes the inside line. And he's right alongside, but he just ends up staying behind. Oh, there's a little bit of bumping going on. The Alpine behind him ended up hitting him.
Ooh, the Red Bull going wide there. Golden Moose. This is a very exciting last few laps. Everyone's pushing because they know that this is where you make positions up.
Yep, this is a close grid in the Alpines. The Alpine, the Williams, Vargel, and Ozzy are fighting it out a little bit too. And Ozzy has the tire advantage by a big margin.
Yeah,
Softs.
he's the only smart one that went on the softs.
Him and Golden Moose.
Yeah.
Now Ozzy, if he just buys his time, he'll be able to take it. Except the race control DRS enabled.
Yeah, but you don't want to bide your time. You're on the soft tires. You want to keep them beyond you to go battle the top section of the grid.
This is correct. And Jay Wright is only a half second. Virtual Wright picking up another time penalty. 3 seconds. Jay Wright is really trying to close in on Flair No Cares, who has double the time on his tires.
Is Jay Wright?
He's thinking about it.
The inside.
Oh, doesn't quite go for it. I think that was probably smart for him to wait.
He's with the 5-second penalty speeding in pit lane.
Ooh, and Jay Wright goes for it. Staying on the outside.
Got it.
Does he have it? He got it. He's got it for sure with a great exit. And that actually that opens the door for RJL.
No, Ozzy dropping back.
He may have some damage.
Looks like no. Definitely, I don't think he does because he took that turn pretty quickly.
RJL just passed up Plano cares.
Ooh, RJ Plano cares. A little contact there.
That's close movement right there. That's what you like to see.
Oh, there's a slower car up ahead. That's just messed up the rest of the grid. And that's gonna be Arthur and Ferrari. I wonder if he's
Virtual Riot's also getting some penalties.
Ozzy's out!
Oh no, Ozzy's out now. No, he's not.
Oh no, and Cap too.
Dude, Ozzy's live.
Ozzy,
Ozzy, now
Ozzy both retire from the session on track. I'm wondering if the stewards are gonna have.
Oh, they better.
But
Skeeto didn't retire on
safety
track.
car.
Skeeto's
There's a
dead.
safety car. Do you
Yes.
think the pit? I don't think so.
I don't think so.
But if
Skeeto-
they did, if Hamilton does it and Junior and the rest of the grid down does pit for softs, Hamilton doesn't win the race. I will say.
Yeah, that's true. But Jay Wright with no penalties, right behind Junior Parr. If he can just stick around, he'll take a podium on second place instead of relegating for third. And RJL will probably bump himself up into third. Jay Wright and RJL are first and second as we look at the Constructors' Championship again. Right up here, Jay Wright rocking in first and RJL in second, but RJL is quite a gap. He's 39 points behind Jay Wright. Jay Wright was over here complaining that he was going to have a terrible race because he's running on controller, but honestly, he's been doing pretty dang good. Oh, and we are back racing here in Hamilton with a pretty good getaway. But there was a little bit of battle with Arthur and Jay Wright. Arthur wants that position. Jay Wright's really struggling because he almost got hit by the Ferrari in front of him. Had to brake a little bit. RJL keeping himself very relevant against Arthur. Ended up having to break off a little bit. This grid at 12 is looking intense. Ooh, there's a Red Bull that's going real wide on Flair No Cares. He's giving up one. He might give up a second one to Virtual Riot. Virtual Riot has held off just barely, but I don't know for how much longer. Virtual with a great line coming through there. Gonna look a little tight. Oof. The only battle we've got going, actually we got obviously a lot of close racing, but Jay Wright trying to just get past Junior Parr, which I really don't understand why. I really don't think he should try too hard. I think he should just kind of like say, hey, you know what? I've got the time penalty win. I might as well chill. Be smart about it. And the gaps have widened out a little bit. Virtual Riot really trying to make himself relevant and get past Flair No Cares. I think it's just because they're friends. They want to fight. They're staying relevant, but it looks like NCAF is trying to make his way up to the middle. NCAF gets past one. Is he going to break later? He's going for the second one. He doesn't quite make it. And he ends up conceding on them both again. Now they're going triple wide through turn 3. Softens up a little bit, and he ends up just back to where he started. Wow, that was some heat right there. NCAF on some super fresh softs. He's only got 2 laps on him. Normbash with an unfortunate race for himself, had a lot of stuff go wrong. He's still trying to keep himself relevant, but NCAF is maybe thinking about it. He decides to back off a bit, which I think was probably smart. Ooh, Normbash with a crash. And I think he ended up crashing out. No, it was just him. He was the only one that got hurt on that one with a spin by himself. Virtual Riot staying up there. NCAF just going ahead and making a pass on Flair No Cares. Flair No Cares is back to positions now. NCAF Virtual Riot fighting it out. Now, do they have time penalties the same or are they different?
It's going to be Aaron Hamilton winning the race as we see TD Jr. coming in third with Jay Wright advancing with penalties. RGL 4th place, which is a great performance by him. Arthur 5th. Flair No Cares 6th. 7th Virtual Riot. 8th NCAF. 9 Chip. 10 Whiteys. And 11
Normbash.
Normbash.
It's tough for Normbash with him starting out so good and finishing so poor. This race is finished off quite electric with a McLaren on the podium, both here and in real life. We love to see it. We love seeing the McLarens. Jay Wright doing us all proud in the McLaren garage. Nice to see.
Yeah.
Good job to Jay Wright.
No one likes McLaren.
Yeah, I think that's just totally wrong, but that's okay.
I'm a McLaren fan anyway. So.
We've got Alfa Romeo taking the top spot on the podium with ER and Hamilton, who did not spin. Nick owes me a Coke, and Jay Wright second
a
place. I don't know, yeah, something. Jay Wright in second place with the McLaren, and the third place going to the Ferrari of Junior Parr, who I know has a good audience watching him, so I'm sure they're very happy to see that. That was a great race, man.